this video I will be analyzing the Bitcoin price in different time frames. Then I will show you the positions that I made yesterday to make profits with them. So let's get started. Before we start the video, I want you to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's some clicks for you, but it really helps me. Thank you, and let's start. On the daily time frame, we have a trend line with 3 touches. As you can see, this is a nice trend line. If it is gonna be broken in the future, we can go for sell positions here, or if we have some nice candles in the future here or somewhere here, we can go for long positions like a pin bar or a engulfing bar, some green candles like that, okay? But instead, if we have a break out of that, we can go for sell positions. And also we have a resistance line here. As you can see, we have the price came to this level and went down. This is a so much strong resistance line. So in the future here we can see the price reacted to that, and also the price started falling. We might have some reactions to that level if we start to push up, okay? Otherwise we're gonna break this trend line and fall. The price is gonna be dropped in the future. Let's move to a 4-hour time frame. Here we have a trend line, as you can see, which is broken with this big red candle, and you don't have any options here how you could enter the sell position here. This is actually it doesn't give you the time to decide what you're gonna do. If you enter sell position here, so your stop loss gonna be somewhere here, okay, and your reward gonna be somewhere here, which is not logical. And I believe we're gonna have some reactions on lower time frames like 1 hour. We have some support lines here, as you can see, where the price came to this level in this support line and started going up. We draw this support line here, okay? We have this, and I believe we can have some reactions to this. Otherwise we can have some reactions to this resistance line here. If we see some nice candles on it, this resistance or this support line here, we can have actually some movements in the price. If we see some red candles here or some pin bars, or even here some green candles and some pin bars, we can go for long or short positions. And also we do have this support line here too. The price can have some reactions to that. You have to wait for the price to come to these levels and see if there is a nice candle to enter or not. On the lower time frame, 15 minutes, we have a nice trend line which is broken here. We can enter sell position here now, actually right now, and go for profits. And you can see, enter the sell position on this red candle, put your stop loss up of that, and look for RR2 or risk to reward 2. On the 5-minute time frame, we do have the same analysis. On the 1-minute time frame, I believe we have some support line here. If we see some nice candles on it, we can go for buy positions, actually risk on them. Also we do have this resistance line here. Let me draw this truly, yeah, which is reacted here too, and we could have a order here and go for sell positions. In the future, let's wait for the price, that what's gonna happen. We also have this trend line here, which it is like this. When we see this small shadow, we extend it. And also we do have this one. The break of both of them can be go for sell position or buy position if we see some nice candles, not big candles, okay? A logical candle like this size, not big candle like this one here or this one here, okay, which is gonna broke here, I believe. Yeah, you can go for sell positions, or if you see some shadows, you can extend the trend lines and wait for the price to break, like here, as you can see. Okay, let's move on the positions that I made yesterday and see them. As the price broke out of this trend line, started going up and touched this resistance line here and started falling down. As I told you, you could have a order here too and look for sell positions. Okay, let's see the positions that I made yesterday one by one. Okay, here we are on the 4th of March 2023, and the positions I made, we're gonna see them one by one. Here we have a trend line with 2 touches. On the 3rd time it is broken here, we can enter buy position on this body close and put our stop loss below that and look for RR2 or risk to reward 2, which I believe it gave us that. On the next position, we could make some sell positions here on this resistance line where the price came to this level and went down. In the future, it reacts to that level and makes a dodgy candle like this. We can enter sell position and put our stop loss above that and look for RR2 or risk to reward 2. On the next position, we do also have a pin bar on this resistance line here, this pin bar. We also do have a trend line here with 3 touches, which is broken here. We can enter sell position, put our stop loss above that, and it gives us, I believe, more than RR2. On the next position, we do have a resistance line. In the future, the price reacts to that and starts falling down. You could also make a position on that, sell position. On the next position, we do have a trend line with 4 touches, which is broken with this red candle. We could enter the sell position, put our stop loss above that, and look for RR2. On this one, we have a trend line which it was like this. Actually, let me just do a bit like this. Yeah, we had the trend line like this, but when we see this shadow, we extend it and it is broken here. We enter the buy position, put our stop loss below that. I believe it gave us more than RR2. On this one, we had a trend line with 1 touch, 2 touches, 3 touches, 4 touches, and the 5th time it is broken here. We could enter sell position, put our stop loss here or even here, and look for RR2. On this one, we do have a trend line on this position with 3 touches. On the 4th time it is broken here or somewhere here, and we enter the sell position, put our stop loss above that candle, and look for RR2. On this position, we have a trend line with 2 touches, which it was like this. Actually, at the first look, when we see these shadows, we extend it, and this trend line is broken with this green candle. We enter the buy position, put our stop loss below that. I believe it gave us more than RR2. We could also enter sell position on these trend lines too, with their these candles, red candles broke out of that trend line, and we could enter sell position here and here and look for RR2. And the next position, we do have a trend line with lots of touches, which is broken here. We could enter here and put our stop loss above that candle and look for RR2. If we get our RR2 or risk to reward 2, we can risk free our position or close our position, because the risk to reward 2 is a standard reward that we can make in our that we can get in our positions. On this one, on this position, we have a trend line with 4 touches, 5 touches, and the 6th time it is broken here. We enter the buy position, put our stop loss somewhere safe, and look for RR2. On this trend line, we have a trend line with 3 touches, which is broken here. We could enter sell position, put our stop loss somewhere safe or above that candle, and look for RR2. On the next position, we do have a trend line. We do have 2 trend lines, one from upside, the other one from downside. The one from downside was like this at the first time. When we see these shadows, we extend it like this, and also these ones, and this one too. And this trend line is broken here. We enter a sell position, put our stop loss above that candle, and look for RR2, which is gave us more than that actually. And the next position, we do have a trend line which it was like this. When we see these shadows, we extend it and enter the sell buy position, put our stop loss below that candle, look for RR2, which it gives us our reward, I believe. And the next position, we do have a trend line which is broken here, enter the sell position, put our stop loss above that, look for your rewards. And the next one, we do have a support line here where we have some reactions on that support line, and we could enter buy position here too. Yes, this was the last position. Thank you for watching this video. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me. Bye bye.